Hi guys, welcome back to our review of our price action trading levels for the 4th to the 8th of August, and we're starting here with USDJPY. You can see here that the price well and truly broke the downtrend line that we marked on the chart last week, moving up here to the area that we spoke of, which is our resistance area at 102.73. And this spike here was the NFP last Friday on this daily candle here. So you can see it's found resistance again at this level, hasn't broken it, hasn't bounced down. So for this one we'll be looking for either a bullish candle out of here to take us over 103. If the daily candle goes bullish and closes over 103, then that's a buy. Or if we get a bearish candle under here, then that's going to be a sell, heading back down to 101.30. I have to see how this goes though, because this was quite bullish last week. My bets are that it's going to break over here and break the 103, at which point we'll be looking to go long up here out of the, I suppose, 103.10 level, just there, heading up to 104.12. On to EURUSD. You can see we had this supporting area here, 134.81, well and truly smashed through that, carried on down to the 133.63 level. Then we had this bounce on the Friday, a bit of NFP stuff in there. What I'll be looking for here is a bounce down from 134.81, just up here, about another 60 pips up, to look for a bearish candle there to trade this back down to 132.86. I think that's the way it will go, looking at how bearish this is. If we get a break over here, then you've got to make really sure it's a good break with a nice bullish candle to take you back up to the 136.93 level. But I'll be looking primarily for bearish candles here to trade this back down to the 132.86 level. On GBPUSD, you can see here it's broken down through this support zone we had marked last week. Quite strong move there. So we're going to move that support down to there. And this is where you can obviously see here previous resistance here, look, and then support here, and support here, support here. So when it comes down to here, this is 167.38, then look for a bullish candlestick to trade this back up. If you get a bounce at this point here, as the week opens, then you're going to be looking to short it from 169.67 to come back down here to this level. So you got these two levels here. I think long from 167.38 and short from 169.72. That's on GBPUSD. GBPJPY produced into a very strange price action at the moment. You had all these candles here, which showed very little movement over quite a few days. Then all of a sudden you had this bounce up here, and then a bounce back down. Possibly due to news. This one was down to news, I believe, and this is probably some NFP data tied up in here as well. So if we see a bounce off this level here, you can see, look, previous resistance here, and then support here, support here. If we do see a bounce, you've got to make sure it's a pretty good candle to get long out of this bearish candle here. This looks very, very bearish. So if you're looking to go long on here, make sure you've got a good candle here to support that. It may drop down to this level here at 171.33 before it comes back up. But if it breaks under here and you want to get short to continue this small trend here, then you need to wait for it to break, bounce back and retest this zone to see if it's become a resistance level. If you look at the candlesticks here, you can see this bearish candlestick here, this bearish candlestick here, which is basically telling you to get short on this resistance level. So look for something similar to these candles here, over here, as the day progresses. On NZDUSD, you can see quite clearly here, if you look left at this support zone here, see we had support here, support here, support here, then we got the break, and then we broke back up over here. We've come back down. It's all centered around this level here at the moment, which is 85.33, and it seems to have found some sort of resistance again at this level. So if you see a bearish candle in here, hopefully engulfing the 85 level as well, then that will be a sell down to 83, 82. That's if we get this bearish candlestick. If we see a break back over here, then this trend may be reversing, in which case you're going to trade it back to 86.64 or 0.8664. But so this is definitely the place to watch where it is at the moment, the 85.33 level. So just watch this for candlesticks in either direction, and my bet is it's going to give you a bearish candlestick here to trade this back down. On EURJPY, have a look at this level here. It's got support here. Seems to have found resistance back into it here. This is 137.80. It's coming back up to the 138 level. If you see a bearish candlestick here, be a nice little bearish signal just here. And that's going to be a signal to trade this back down to 137 in the first instance, just here. So remember last week we talked about this zone here, where it was finding resistance, support, and it's broken that. So if it comes back down here, there is a chance that it could find support here again. So if we see a nice little bearish candlestick just in here, just under the 137.80 level, then you can trade that back down to 137. If it comes down really fast, then I would look to trade from 136.59 rather than the 137 level. You could have a look there, but there's a chance that it might go sideways at this point here if it comes down quite hard to this level. So 137 short with a bearish candlestick, or 136.59 long with a bullish candlestick. AUDUSD, you can see here again we've got similar setups. Previous support here, look, support here, support here, support here, has been broken and appears to have maybe turned into resistance coming back up. So look for a bearish candlestick in here. This is 83.30 level, although it did actually bounce from around about the 93 level. So it may bounce again. This is just underneath it. It's quite a tricky one, this, to be honest, on Aussie dollar. So look for a bearish candlestick at this level here, 93.30, to trade back down to 92.29, where there is, lots of support just here. If you look at this level, with all that support there. If we break over this level at 93.30, then look for the break, the retest, then the bullish candle to trade back up to 94.31. On USDCAD, you can see here it's come up to this lovely zone here, 109.42, sorry. You can see the support here, then resistance, and it's found some resistance again. So let me just magnify that up slightly. So you can see, obviously, if we get a bearish candlestick in here, then that is a trade down to this previous supporting level here first at 108.30, and then an extension down to 107.07. If we break above it, then you've got to wait for a decent bullish candlestick to trade this long. You don't just go long if it breaks, you've got to wait for it to show you. So there's your two choices: long on a good break of this zone here at 1.0942, or short if we see a nice bearish candlestick under the 1.0942 level. Last pair here for this week, AUDNZD. I'm focusing this week on some good levels, and this level here, 1.0891. You can see here lots and lots of previous resistance here. Let me just zoom out just slightly. You can see just here, look, good resistance here, resistance. Good chance this is going to turn into support and return back to the long side. So we need to wait until this pair drops down further to the 1.0891 level, and then wait for a bullish candlestick to trade us back up to back to 1.101. So this is your trade for this one. This is a nice level here to watch, 1.0891. So keep an eye on this pair if we get a further drop down to here. Just having a quick scan at next week's news coming up. Let's have a look at Monday here. Obviously, not a lot going on Monday. Retail sales on Aussie dollar. And Tuesday, Aussie dollar trade balance. And that's this one here on Tuesday, the RBA rate statement. If they change that rate, then that always moves Aussie dollar or any of the AUD pairs. So be aware of that one on Tuesday, the RBA. Going into later on Tuesday, nothing much going on there. A bit of services PMI on pound and ISM non-manufacturing on USD. Wednesday, let's take a quick look here, see what's going on. Bit of Kiwi news, unemployment rate late in the night for Europeans, and USD trade balance. Thursday, this is the one you need to watch. It's minimum bid rate 145 on the euro. Be very careful of that, trading around the euro. If they change the bid rate, then the euro will move quite a lot. Followed by the ECB press conference a little bit later with Draghi talking. So you need to be careful on Thursday of that. And on Friday, we have the Aussie dollar RBA monetary policy statement, and on CAD unemployment rate. So there's a fair bit going on, but the major one this week is on Thursday, which is the euro minimum bid rate. Oh, and look, there's the official bank rate. The official bank rate for GBP, historically kept at 0.5. If Carney changes it, then that's going to make the GBP fly. So Thursday's the day to be careful. So that's it for this week's look at next week's daily trading levels. If you like what we do here, then please subscribe, send me a like or a comment, and we'll see you next week.